Yeah.
And with a lot of, I mean, really people going out of the mainstream corporate media going out of its way to ignore it.
And how many copies did it sell?
It sold 1 million copies in 3 months. And then it sold, since then, I don't know how many, but it's continued to kind of hover up, in the top, 100 on Amazon. Most of the booksellers wouldn't sell it. Like the independent booksellers, Barnes and Noble, took it out of most of their stores. They wouldn't sell it at most of their stores. And the independent booksellers almost all boycotted it. The only place you could really reliably get it was Amazon. It was odd because those are people who are usually against censorship.
Yeah.
And yet they were, all of this weird stuff happened with the censorship then where people,
Yeah.
I know, you consider yourself a liberal in most, and, as do I. But
what it means to be a liberal's changed in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And it's not about the social issues as much as it is about this subscribing to whatever the orthodoxy or whatever the ideology preaches. And it seems like when it comes to things like vaccines, like that is something you never question. And this is the name that shall not be uttered.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you start questioning things, people get angry at you. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to talk about it unless they know someone has been injured. And when that happens, generally people have an open mind and they start to change. And I think so many people know so many people that have been injured now that they're a little more critical. And then shows like Dope Sick and all these different articles where you see like the Sackler family bought off immunity. They can't get prosecuted. They gave up like $6 billion out of how many, whatever billions they made selling these things that they knew absolutely to be addictive. It's there's enough people now that feel duped that they're willing to open their mind. There's still some people they're dug in, and that's what's going to be interesting about this.
It is interesting because it's unclear to me. Yeah. It's unclear to me how an orthodoxy unravels.
Yeah.
Because I mean, and Mark Twain said it. I think it was Mark Twain. Yeah, said it. That it's easier to fool somebody than to persuade. It's easier to fool a man than to persuade him that he's been fooled.
Right.
Once they swallow it, they don't want to relinquish it because
ego.
Yeah, ego, or it just threatens their worldview, and there's so many things that are threatening about believing